He has time.
He's
Off
got
the
him.
left side. Dobbs is there. Leaping grab. Touchdown. Touchdown.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Ken and Ken in the morning, minus one of the Kens. All right, well, how are you doing today, Isaac?
I'm doing great. Justin Fields sucks.
How about you today?
I'm having a great day, man. This is a good morning, man. It's coffee time. Let's talk some Packers and Bears.
But my
Absolutely. Hey, now that we've got a Dorn in this time, how's your day going?
It's going great. Go Pack, go. How about the same old Lions? You can't develop quarterbacks.
And our resident Falcon Dom, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. You know, just living the life. No good news about the Dirty Birds. So I mean,
Yeah. What new? What the Bears signed? Who they signed yesterday?
Bears, re-signed Justin Johnson, or not Justin Johnson, Jalen Johnson.
Jalen Johnson.
I was surprised to see it quickly done so quickly.
4 years, $76 million, so it's $19 million a year. Did anybody hear what guarantee? How much was guaranteed?
54.
54.
Yeah.
54. Wow, that's pretty good. That's a really good contract.
I mean,
Actually, he's not bad. I don't
No,
think he's not top five corner, but
he got less than Jair.
yeah.
Yeah, 19 million. No, that's a good number though. It's a big number for
Jair's up here and Johns is way down here. So
yeah, but you gotta think about the market. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like where Jair got paid. If Jair got paid now, I mean, even though he had a down season, he would get paid more than what Jalen Johnson's getting.
He had a very down season.
Yeah.
Well, when you're injured for half of it, that'll do it.
Right.
and then the other half, you're lined up in the parking lot against the guy.
Yeah. Well, it won't feel like that going forward. I love our new DC. We're going to have Jair's going to have a home.
Let's just get the elephant out the room.
Let's do it.
If the Bears keep Justin Fields, this has got to be the last year with Bear fans. If he doesn't, if they put a team around him like Poles is doing, you know, we spoke to the other host, co-host Ken about it. He said he gives him 2 years. I think 1 year. Like this, if Poles puts a team around him, right, he gets a Marvin Harrison Jr. You know what I mean, and grabs other pieces around. There's no more excuses for Fields. You know what I mean? If he can't take this team to the playoffs, even though the North got better, right? Like, you know, Lions got better, Packers got better. Vikings, who knows what's going on with them?
They're a quarterback away from being back in it, though, man. If they get a decent quarterback, man, we got to worry about them. So,
yeah, Vikings really proved to a lot of people that, you know what I mean, everybody thought them cutting all these veteran players, right? Like the Hendricks and all the other guys that got cut, Wanham, you know, all the players that they got cut. Everybody thought the Vikings were just going to disappear, right? And I mean, for the most part, they did because they didn't have a quarterback, but that defense really improved. So if they can get the quarterback situation right, they're another competitor in the North. So Bears really have no excuse but to improve now, or else Fields, you're going to give an extension that's way beyond the number to Fields, and he hasn't proved anything to you.
That's expensive backup.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got 38 starts. He's 10-28 in his 38 starts. I think he's got 41 games in, and he's 11 and 39 in those games. But those are the games he went out injured. He started and left the game. So
in the last 3 years, he's the lowest rated quarterback in the last 3 years in win percentage.
Yeah.
And his fourth quarter is
worse than Zach Wilson. Worse than Zach Wilson.
Yeah. Hey, Ken, can you bring up that graphic of Fields?
I don't have it saved in the thing anymore because I had updated everything.
Oh, let me try to find it and throw it back in the show chat. Let's see.
And
I got nothing against Fields, and I got nothing against the Bears doing keeping them. I mean, if that's what you think you should do, but I mean here
That's dangerous territory.
What I heard today was they're saying that Caleb Williams was Fields 3 years ago. So they're saying there's no difference between if they take Fields, because they're not going to gain anything if they get Williams. I didn't hear all this hype on Fields when he was coming up in the draft.
All right. Well, since we got a comment from one of our viewers,
good morning, Eric.
About if we're gonna cut D-Bach, and since Dorn's the new guy to it, we'll start with him.
No, I actually think they're working out a deal right now, and they're going to restructure his contract, and he's going to be back next year. That's what I'm thinking.
What about you, Rob?
I mean, my argument on this is if D-Bach can come back and he's healthy, like they said, that's been the knock. The problem, he's only played 13 games in the last 3 years because his knees just never cleaned up properly, and they're saying they guarantee that it's going to be fine, but we won't even know. He's not even going to be cleared to play until the start of training camp. So it's a big gamble. I understand why, but I mean, if I'm weighing the odds and if I'm going to go follow what the doctors are saying, then I'm gonna gamble and restructure his contract so he's not hitting us for $20 million and do something. I mean, or we're taking that hit no matter what. So let's just keep him and figure it out instead of cutting him. I understand you guys like Walker, and he's. I don't want to upset his growth either, but he could probably move down the line and play somewhere else, especially next to Bach. I mean, how much harder can it be? You're talking about an all-pro lineman right next to you. He can only make you better. So I don't see it's a bad thing no matter how you look at it. Either we cut him and we save the money, or we keep him and we got the talent. And make the line better.
Yeah, the more I thought about it is, and the more I thought about getting him cut and saving that cap money. But then, I opened up my mind to the idea that he can restructure and stay. I mean, especially if his knee's intact, if he tests out, everything's fine. Remember when he played? I mean, granted, it was against the Bears, and the Bears always suck. But he didn't allow not even a pressure.
Yeah, 30 for 30. He was 100%.
And then you can't say Bears didn't have a pass rusher. They had Ngakoue playing.
Yeah.
Ngakoue is one of the leaders in he's been the last 3 seasons. He's had 8 sacks each. So, you know what I mean?
And another thing you got to look at too is the 3 years he hasn't really played much. His body hasn't really took a fucking toll. So his body should be pretty good out of our shape. So I think he might be, he's 30. Well, but how much 3 years he didn't really play much. So
he's still on 28-year-old body.
Exactly.
I see what you're saying.
He worked out a lot. He worked him and Aaron Rodgers. He worked out a lot. So.
All right, now Dom, what do you think? Should Green Bay cut him, keep him, and restructure?
I think restructure. I mean, he's a all-pro lineman and everything. Why cut somebody that can help you still? You got to think about it like that. He's a veteran and everything. He knows what to do and all that. That leadership for the young guys and everything. He can, restructure for a year or two, and he can go. How's that knee? That's what they need to see in preseason and everything. But restructure. You don't want to let someone that good go, especially say a division rival.
All right, now Joe, what do you think? Do you think Green Bay should be keeping Bach and restructure him if they can, or do you think that they should just cut bait and be done?
I think they should rip the Band-Aid off and be done, to be honest with you. I think even if you restructure him, even if he was to take $3 million, what's the guarantee that he's going to be there for a whole season? He's shown that he has a propensity to get injured, and like the older you get, it's not less likely; it's more likely that the injuries are going to continue to pile up. So, I think they should. I think the time to trade him would have been like last year. Like you would have got the max trade value for him last year, but this year,
he went down last year. That was the problem.
But what I'm talking about in the off season, like
before the season started.
Well,
even 2 seasons ago, like you should. I'm saying like you would have got more trade value for him then, but you should take what you can get now. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
I agree with you, Joe. It pissed me off at the beginning of the season. They had all off season to figure out if he was going to be good or not, and he played in the Bear game, and he was, like we said, he had a perfect game, but then he's out for the season.
Yeah, you can't trade him right now. He's got to pass a physical, man. So you can't.
Yeah, no, that's what happened. He got injured in the first game. Now they should have traded him. Off season last year was the time to trade him if we were going to get rid of him.
Yeah, then I would cut him.
Yeah.
And although then you have the whole injury thing where it's like, are you going to get sued, or is he?
Well, it was kind of shady, Joe, because Rodgers got hurt four plays into his opener last year, and then we didn't hear about Bach wanting to quit till the next day.
But see what's going to happen too, though. They might have agreement where let's work something out where the Packers will let him go. Bach won't sign go after the rest of the money. He'll just sit back and then he's going to go to the Jets. It's a free way to him to get back with Rodgers to play with the Jets.
Yeah, they could reach some type of injury.
We get our cap space. He gets to go where he wants to play.
Yeah, but see, the problem with that is we're on that deadline football. I mean, look, by next week, we have to make a decision on this guy because he's counting against the cap a lot right now. So they got a decision to make by
Sunday.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
well, Sunday, whatever it is. By Sunday.
And I know we joke a lot about him going to the Jets, but is there any like actual news out there that says the Jets are willing to take on?
No,
or is it just speculation because of him and Rodgers being buddies? Like,
they need help though.
They need help, and they let go a few offensive linemen.
Hey, Joe, come on now. You know Rodgers is the GM over there.
But no,
I'm just asking if is there any actual like
bro?
Is there any actual part to it? Is it just, I know we joke about it, but
yeah,
truthfully,
he's all injured and everything.
The Jets are kind of becoming the Packers' retirement home,
It's just starting to come like a common sense where he's going to go,
Hey, Joe, go look at the 2023 stats of Lazard. He's getting paid $12 million, bro.
That's what I just said. You didn't hear me? I said the Jets are becoming the Packers' retirement home.
Yeah.
It used to be the Vikings, but now it's and the Bears should say too. They always take a lot of their players.
Yeah, did you guys see that the whole Bach thing? Hold on a sec.
Oh,
see, I'm for cutting him too, to where I loved Bach. I think he's a hell of a player, but his knee gives me a lot of question marks, even if it is fixed. But then on top of it, with how Rasheed Walker had played in the whole rest of the line, I don't want to go plug him in and now have to shuffle the whole line around just because we have him in. I like the chemistry of this line the way that it is. And, hey, if that means Bach that hasn't really been here the past couple of years isn't going to be here permanently, we got to go with it. Okay, now what were you going to say, Joe?
I just saw on ESPN that Russell Wilson is expected to meet with the Raiders.
And Giants.
Meeting with the Steelers, too.
Giants, too.
He's about to go to the Steelers today.
Joe's going to come up next week and go, let it ride.
The reality is all those three teams
it's going to be Raider Nation, let's raid.
Justin Fields is going to the Raiders.
No. Actually, I just thought the Bears. That deal that was getting worked out between the Falcons and the Bears apparently fell through, and it looks like the Bears are actually keeping Fields.
Nobody wants them besides fucking Falcons.
But like I said, like if the Raiders actually take if the Raiders actually do like make a deal with Russell Wilson, I wouldn't really be like super opposed to it as long as they're taking a quarterback in the draft to sit behind him, you know?
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's the only reason that Russ, if you're developing a quarterback behind him.
Yeah.
Now,
Makes
John,
perfect sense.
John Runyon has been in talks. Well, at least his agent has been in talks with Green Bay a little bit, and there is mutual interest about bringing him back. But it's going to massively depend on his market value, and if they can get him to sign cheap, they said that they want him back. But you can't blame the guy if he wants to get paid either.
Yeah.
I say bring him back if it's a good deal. If not, to me, I wouldn't care. Runyon, he's a really good run offense line, but he can't pass. He can't pass protect. He's horrible against it. That's why you see him switch. That's why you see him switching all the time during the game with him because he can't pass. Okay, pass protect. He's just
Yeah, right. That's the knock on him. Yeah, and that's like 60% of our game.
yeah. With me, I
So,
don't
I
care
mean,
if he comes
My
back.
thing about him is whether he comes back, can he get better? Is there room for him to improve, or is this where he's at? Because if that's where he's at, I don't want the guy back. I mean,
Exactly.
Yeah, I didn't mind Runyon here being our right guard. He did a serviceable job, but the way Sean Ryan came in and played, I'm actually kind of excited to see him take over the role more full time.
Yeah, I want to see that big Jones, 6'8", whatever fucking that big.
6'9", whatever
Yeah,
it is.
I want to see him.
Yeah.
That
You know, I was excited to see him too, but I think our tackle spots are set.
Yeah.
You don't really. There's no way you want to move Zach Tom.
Yeah.
Well, I will say I'm not. Myers can go. I don't know. I don't like Myers either, man. Towards the end of the season, he started playing better, but man, we need a better center. I think, man.
And
Yeah.
you know what it's going to cost you? You know what it's going to cost you to move up and get Joe Alt?
That or that Johnson.
Because Joe Alt is going to be like he's going to be a top 10 pick and probably like around.
We're never gonna take a lineman that high.
Johnson.
I really think we move up in this like put some picks together to move up, but I don't think we move up that high.
No.
Yeah.
I see us moving into the high teens very
If we're
early.
moving up, we're gonna go get a pass rusher. I think because I think we need another good pass rusher.
Oh, see, I think if we're moving up, it's because that there's a lot of interest in Cooper DeJean, and
but he's projected to fall like to us, like 29-30.
The mock drafts have him all over. I've seen some that have him in all the way into the second round, and then there's ones where he's going as high as I think it was like 14, 15, something like that.
Yeah, the only reason why his draft stock is down because he injured his knee, leg, and he couldn't run the combine. You know what I mean? So
Kool-Aid dropping down too.
I hope we get him, man. I hope we get him.
I would not be against getting Kool-Aid either if he drops.
Oh hell yeah.
Kool-Aid is good to drop, dude. Like from what I've seen, Kool-Aid is actually like falling like into the second round now.
Second round. He's right around the end of the
all the
first,
better for us because we've got 2 second round.
We got 2 first, 2 seconds.
Isn't that crazy how that works though? Like for the last pretty much year, Kool-Aid has been that dude, right? Everybody's been he's the consensus number 1 corner off the board, and then here we are like a month from the draft, and all of a sudden he's a second round pick.
That's weird.
Somebody leaked he smokes marijuana.
Yeah. So realistically, Joe, what do you think you guys do on the quarterback position? Is it Russell Wilson, or what do you think?
I think it's both. I think the Raiders are going to do everything they can to try to move up and get Jaden Daniels. And then I think they're also going to sign Russ for vet minimum. And that way they can sit Jaden Daniels for a year and let Denver pay his salary. Like, why wouldn't we salary cap hamstring our division rival if we can? Although I hesitate to call them a rival anymore because we've beaten them like 8 straight times or 9 straight times. Like, you know.
So it's like the Bears to us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same old Bears.
It's venturing.
Can't
on.
get
We're like 10 in a row. We're like 10 in a row, though, Joe. You got a little bit to go.
That's why I just said it's venturing on that. It's not there yet. But let's put it this way: we're drafting up the ownership papers as we speak. Like, you know, they haven't signed anything yet, but
it's probably more like the Bears are 1 in like 18, 1 in 17 against us, like in the last. That's probably what it is.
So, you know, like I think it makes a lot of sense if you're gonna if you want to hamstring. I think also getting Chris Jones makes a lot of sense. Like if you want to hamstring two of your division opponents, like salary caps, or hamstring them in one way or another, you know, like take their good players. Justin Simmons also, Denver is releasing Justin Simmons, which is really crazy. Yeah. Like, you know, they're having a fire sale. So
I was gonna say, well, they got to make up some room to eat freaking Russ's contract.
Yeah,
buy one get one, man. Buy one get one.
So honestly, like I wouldn't mind taking a flyer on Justin Simmons either. Like that dude's, you know, he's been a baller, bro. Safety isn't really like our biggest need, but it is listed as a need on the most of the mock drafts. But as far as Russ goes, I'm willing to do it only if like he's going to take the vet minimum and he's going to, you know, groom our next guy, hopefully Jaden Daniels. But like the only concern I have is like I think there's a non-zero chance that Max Crosby at some point kicks his ass during the season, dude. I'm being serious, dude. Russ is not a culture fit for the Raiders, and I don't think they're even AP can make him a Raider. But I think AP could probably sit him down and be like, "Hey, look, dude, like any of that weird shit that you were doing in Denver and in Seattle, that shit's not gonna fly here, or Max is gonna kick your ass." So you might just like, you know, you might just want to like tone that shit down and just be a part of the team and, you know, get through this year and make your 40 million and then, you know, go somewhere and you can be back to weird Russ. But for this year, just shut your mouth and play football. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, they're gonna put a bottle of Jack in his locker every morning, and there's gonna be a guy that just sits there and watches him drink it. Okay, and now you're a Raider.
Hey, he's gonna open his like top locker shelf and there's be a head of Max Crosby just looking at him.
Bro, hey, I'm telling you, Russ could rob a bank and he wouldn't be a Raider. Okay, like Russ is
triple
not a
homicide. He's still not Raider enough.
Russ is not a Raider. Russ could stab some Niner fans and he would not be a Raider.
That's
like,
why
he's not
Bills. That's why I kind of think Bills.
It's just something that's in you or it's not, and I just don't see it being in Russ, dude. But but I do believe that Russ is enough of a professional that he could possibly make it work for a year or two, like, you know, rebuild his stock and then go somewhere and get one last contract for, you know, 2 or 3 years and cash his money out, dude. Like,
well, by that time, Williams would be a bust. The Bears could pick him up.
Now,
by that time, what?
I said cash his money out. He's already got 82 million coming. He good.
No, I know, but like, do you think that Russ is done though? Like, do you think that he wants to go play 2 years in Las Vegas and then be done? Like, I think he's going to look for one last contract.
Yeah,
Joe, I think your assessment is correct on Russell Wilson, but I just don't think he's a fit with the Raiders.
I don't either.
Yeah,
but I think like I said, if any coach in the NFL is capable of like getting Russ to just not screw.
If I was the Raiders, I'd be going heavy hard.
Not be Russ for a year. Just like, look, dude, don't be a weirdo for a year and just take
Did you say Cousins?
Now does Russ end up sitting?
I think go Kirk Cousins for the Raiders. That's what I would do. If I was the Raiders, man, I'll go with Kirk Cousins.
I don't think Cousins is Raider enough.
I don't think Cousins fits either.
I'm putting them fucking girls in. They ain't.
You like that? You like that?
No, I can see this too.
Beat up at the damn stadium. They're like, oh, you what?
Right?
The fans beat his ass on the way in.
Yeah, like give us some damn grills.
Boy, he could have his neck
Up and up, Cousins.
But what's called Max Crosby's using his head as an ashtray.
Now, does Russ end up sitting out the rest of the year after Max Crosby, Geno Smiths him?
See, that's the thing is, if it gets to here's why I say it makes sense for the Raiders to do it, because you're paying him vet minimum, dude. You're not committed to him beyond this year. Like, if Russ even gets out of line one time out of pocket before Max even has to slap him, you could just cut him. Like, you cut him and you get zero dead cap hit, maybe $1 million. We're paying Chandler Jones more than that right now, and he's not even on the team. Like,
that's
you know
what I
what I mean?
see.
Well, now that McDaniels is gone, would you want Chandler Jones back on the team, or is it just too much gone on?
Chandler Jones, he has some mental health issues that he needs to deal with, dude. Like, he was spouting some crazy stuff, and he wasn't. Let's be honest, he wasn't as productive as we had hoped for the contract that we gave him. So, I think our defensive line, like, I think our defensive ends are good. I think Kuntz stepped into his own last year, and I think he's going to continue to improve. Where we need help is defensive tackle. So I want to see us get a big, nasty defensive tackle that can get interior pass rush, so that, like, he doesn't even have to get sacks. Like, I don't need you to get sacks. I just need you to get constant disruption in the, like, so that the quarterback can't step up on us. You know,
Kenny Clark.
Just let Max and Kuntz do their job, dude. Like, don't let him step up where he has nowhere to go. It's like either Max or Kuntz is going to get him, and we're going to be good. But yeah, like I said with Russ, I think it makes sense. Like, especially because you're into him for nothing. Like, you're paying him $2 million on a vet min, right? So it's like, if he does, dude, if he breathes wrong in the locker room, you could just cut him, you know?
And Antonio Pierce seems like that. Like, he'll either sit him, bench him, or just cut him. And then as soon as he gets out of line. Now, as we're talking about quarterback positions, what do you think, Dom, that you do with the quarterback position at Atlanta?
I don't want Russ.
So now Joe and Dom are gonna have to have a cage match to see who gets Russ.
Right? I'd give him Russ. I'd be like, here you go. I'll give you a meal too. Like, I don't want that type of negativity in the locker room. We got guys and everything.
I'll tell you this. Like, Dom might be able to gas me out in the second or the third round, but that first round, you better spend the whole time running, buddy.
The reason why he says that,
motherfucker.
Hey, the reason why he says that, he has built-in shakes. Raiders and
dude, like, you better be John Robinson in that bitch. Like,
like a distance in this way.
You better be Barry Sanders.
It's like that movie American Me. He's all getting stabbed a bunch of times on the top rail.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. No, but I can't see Ross. I don't really like Kirk Cousins, but I take Kirk Cousins over Ross because
really.
No, I wouldn't, because he just came off that Achilles tear. I talk mad shit about him, so I think we need a draft or something. I don't know. These free agent quarterbacks in free agency, they.
Can I ask you why you wouldn't take Russ, considering, like, look at his numbers,
his negativity, his mentality. You don't need that with young guys coming up. We got a young locker room. It's probably the fourth. I don't know like what number it is, but they're pretty young. They've been drafted and all that. You don't. And then look at our quarterback situations we've had for the past after Matt Ryan left. Mariota, come on.
You go get Zach Wilson.
Taylor Heineke, come on.
There's Zach Wilson out there.
Yeah, Zach Wilson's out there.
Yeah, he'll be taking everybody's mothers. What do you mean? Man, I just like, I don't know. It's just very weird to me how they're saying like Kirk Cousins is worth this much, and then all of this coming off of an Achilles tear, he's guaranteed that. I would never pay a quarterback coming off an Achilles tear $90 million for 2 years. That's $45 million. Get out of here. And then his incentives he gets, and then he wants.
Now, I'll be honest with you, dude. I think Gardner Minshew could go to Atlanta, and you guys would be a playoff team.
Well,
I think
halfway competent quarterback play gets you guys into the playoffs, dude.
You got a great line and fucking offensive weapons, so why not? You just need to get somebody who's good, mentality.
If he's available, who isn't bad either is Tyrod Taylor. I mean, Tyrod Taylor's not bad.
Tyrod's not bad.
No, but his injury history concerns
injury prone.
Yeah.
He's going to be hurt halfway through the season. Whereas Minshew has a history of staying pretty healthy. And, he's a guy that can throw 25 touchdowns on a less than good team. The Falcons have offensive weapons, and then you could turn around and use that number 8 on like Malik Neighbors or something like that. Like,
oh my
We
god,
really need an edge rusher though. We
Yeah,
haven't
see-
had a very good edge rusher since John Abraham. That's been 10 years.
You
but
could
you
probably use
got
a seventh
you
round
could go out and
pick.
get
You go
you
get
could go out
Justin
and get a
Fields.
guy like Chase Young, or you
Are
could
you
go out
crazy?
you could go out and get an edge rusher, dude, like in free agency.
Yeah,
And then-
that's true.
yeah, there's
That-
quite a
They
that
said
few
they're
would-
willing to
free agents and edge
break the bank,
rushers.
though. They
That would be
want,
my strategy. I'd get the edge rusher in free agency, and then I'd go get like Malik Neighbors
but
or
Dallas
Roma
Turner's
Dunphy,
a very,
and then
very
like
crazy
pair
specimen.
him with Drake London and Kyle Pitts and Bijan Robinson. Like you guys would have a loaded offense.
It'd be very lit, like straight verticals. Like Malik Neighbors, that guy's unbelievable.
Or
Or
imagine,
don't you guys need offensive line help too, though?
yeah.
No, Krause, McGrady, yeah, but Falcons we've did pretty good last year.
Okay.
I can't
I
say
don't know.
pass
I don't know
wise
why.
because
I was thinking that you guys needed offensive line help.
No, it's just McGrady because we signed him to a nice contract, right? And then he decided to get injured.
Imagine if the Falcons get Brock Bowers and get a 2 tight end set with Bowers and Pitts. That'd
Yeah.
be nasty.
Robinson don't like running that type of offensive scheme though.
Yeah, true.
Robinson a 3 wide and one tight end. So, and he's going to be using Bijan Robinson a lot. That's his specialty right there.
See,
am
that's
very
why I
glad
would
we got
get
rid of
like
Arthur
Malik
Smith.
Neighbors,
The
because then you
problem is a lot of
got
teams
London
draft-
and Neighbors, and you got London, Neighbors, and Pitts, and then you still have Bijan. Like,
Mhm.
I think it makes sense to go have 2 number 1 receivers, because London hasn't really shown that
No,
he hasn't really broke out the way that everyone expected him to.
Yep.
So if you get a guy like Neighbors, I think that could actually
push him.
Drake London he steps into that number 2 role where he becomes like one of the best number 2s in the league,
And
because
he'd be scary. He would be scary. Because what
yeah,
if the
because
coach
it's
said
going
he
to
needs
take some
to
of the
take that next
pressure off
step?
him.
Yep.
It's going
No.
to take some of the pressure off him. So
No,
I think that would be a good situation.
yeah. Speaking of these wide receivers that are be coming up, now if you don't get Neighbors and you decide to go somewhere else with your first round pick, you could always try and grab Xavier Worthy and the end of the beginning of the second, or try to trade back up and end of the first, because that's where I've been seeing him get mocked.
He's
Oh,
like
another
165.
Jamo.
He ain't going to last in the NFL.
Another JMO.
Yeah.
Well, apparently,
He catches way better than J-Mo, dude.
I was
Like,
going to say
True
Donald
that.
Driver really likes him.
Yo, Donald Driver. I like Donald Driver. Donald Driver, good.
Mhm.
You already know,
No.
Ken.
Now,
We got
it's
a
not
Donald
just-
Driver already. Bold
I don't know.
Mountain.
I don't know if you guys have watched Xavier Worthy's tape, but it's not just speed, dude. Like that dude can catch. He returns kicks. He returns punts. That dude can do a lot. I just don't know if he's a number 1 guy. I don't know if he's like gonna be like a Marvin Harrison. I think he's better as a number 2, and you use him as your deep threat and your kick returner and punt returner. I think you get the most out of him that way.
Yeah, but see, the Packers draft him with Watson on one side and him on the other side, and Reed and Wicks. And yeah.
oh,
I love it.
He changed his pants over there thinking about this.
Fuck yeah.
Because I wouldn't be against it either, but it would definitely have to be in the second round if Green Bay went for him. I wouldn't want to trade back up into the first to go get him. Now, what about you, Isaac? Are you agreeing with Donald Driver on getting Worthy, or do you want to completely bypass him?
You know what? I mean, we have a flyer in Christian Watson, so we basically are basing a lot of that speed on Christian Watson and where he's at. Like if Christian Watson comes in and he's healthy this season, then we don't have to pick Worthy. You know what I mean? We can focus more on the defense, which is what I want the team to do, because obviously we're on the spread offense, right? Like that's what LaFleur is running, and that's what Love loves to do too. He loves to spread the ball. So you can't – basically a lot of these wide receivers can't be stars on the team because the ball is being spread around so much. So I want us to really attack defense. Like we have a 4th-string safety signed right now, and that's all we have.
We need a lot of defensive help.
Yeah.
Yeah, one thing is nice though right now. Everybody's kicking their safeties off their teams, man. There's a lot of free.
Yeah, there's a lot of safeties in free agency for sure.
Oh yeah, the market value for these safeties is going to drop a nice bit with how many are available, and I can definitely see Goody going out and grabbing one of these guys.
Not too.
I want to kick the Giants, man. They kept
No,
McKinney.
I can understand the whole wanting to go for two of them, but I would much rather draft a safety along with signing one.
Yeah.
That would be
Maybe
my
sign a
perfect
corner and a
scenario.
safety. Maybe sign a corner and a safety in free agency because
Yeah,
you could use the corner too.
I don't know. I see him actually getting another pass rusher.
We also need a running back. I mean, Jones is not
Yeah,
guaranteed to come back, and Dylan's already gone. He's
Yep.
already let go. So we
It
basically
sounds to me like they're going to screw Jones. We're going to probably cut him and have to re-sign him, and who knows?
I don't think we're gonna cut him, but I think we're gonna force him to take another pay cut.
It's so
Which is-
fucking.
yeah.
You think he wants to do that though?
Oh, I don't think he wants to, but I think he would to stay in Green Bay with how much that this team and the community means to him.
Yeah.
Now,
He's already
If-
sacrificed
if-
enough
if-
though with the money. Come on, he got to get paid eventually.
if he did not want to take the pay cut and played hardball and said, "All right, you know what, screw it, release me," I wouldn't fault him for that because he's been the heart and soul of the team, especially this past year. And then you want the man to take a pay cut. I get he's been injured, but come on, especially not the kind they're talking about. I'd much rather us do something that drops his 17, I think 0.5 cap number. Yeah, drop that down closer to what he's actually getting paid to the 11 million. That I'd be ecstatic about that.
Here's what I think Jones is thinking, right? Is that he's never going to be a Hall of Fame player, right?
Yep.
But in Green Bay, he is. Like, you know, so you solidify your legacy in Green Bay because that's where you're going to be basically NFL honored, right? So I think that's his thinking. Like, I wouldn't blame the guy if he wants to go get paid somewhere. He's worth the money because he's such a dual back. You know what I mean? If you can't get anything out of him running wise, you get out of receiving wise, and vice versa. But I think he's that loyal guy that really wants to stay in Green Bay, and they're going to come to some kind of deal. They're going to meet in the middle on that cut. Like, it's not going to be the exact cut that people are predicting, the 6.1, but somewhere close in that range where he gets paid a little bit more than what we think estimating it is, but it's a team-friendly deal where we can make moves.
See, to me, I wouldn't be surprised if Aaron Jones is like, look, man, I showed you guys nothing but loyalty, and like here you guys are like kind of spitting in my mouth. So like I just like I get that he likes being a Packer, but like when ownership and or when management is like plainly showing you that they don't value you, like you know, to me it would kind of be like I wouldn't be surprised if he's like, you know what, I'll just go somewhere where they will appreciate me, you know?
Yeah. I just think he doesn't want to do that at this point because
it makes sense. Like,
yeah,
I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't be surprised if those feelings are creeping around in his mind, though. Like,
they should just give him a couple more years, extend him a couple of years, give him a nice bonus.
Done. His career's almost done. He's looking for, hey, I gotta get try as much money as I can right now because my career's almost done. You know.
And the only thing that really hurts it is the running back market. You know what I mean? The running back market is really getting devalued, and especially an older back. You know, Aaron Jones is about to turn 30, so it's really a slim market now for him.
30's the new 25, man.
Right?
They could give him another deal and extend him till he's like 33, and you know we give him a couple more years.
Like
I mean, he's still got a couple years in the tank if he can stay healthy.
Yeah, but the last 5 or 6 games, he put up over 100 yards every game.
125 yards he averaged the last 5 games. 125 yards a game. That's fucking insane, bro. Against the best defenses in the league. Are you kidding me? Fuck, Dallas, 49ers.
Think about that too. He doesn't take big hits.
The Bears, all great defenses against the run. That's why I said Cowboys, Niners, the Bears. All those are games we played the last 3 weeks of the season.
No,
on him getting paid though. Like if he wants to leave, I mean, he's still going to come back. They're still going to retire him.
If they restructure him and give him a nice signing bonus, man, he could get his money still on the front end of the contract where it doesn't affect our cap, and then he finishes his career in Green Bay. I mean, that's what he wants.
They could cut him and then re-sign him.
Yeah,
I heard
that makes sense.
However we do it, we just need to do it. Yes, but we cannot lose him. We need him for the next 2 or 3 seasons We're going to win 1 or 2 Super Bowls.
Well, let's bring Henry in then, and, you know.
Henry just bought a house in Dallas, bro. Henry just bought a house in Dallas. I'm telling you, King
Hold
Henry's
on,
coming to
hold
Dallas,
on.
bro.
We got some breaking news.
Uh-oh.
The Steelers are releasing 8-time Pro Bowler Patrick Peterson after 1 season in Pittsburgh.
Wow.
Old.
I can see that. Peterson's been bounced around.
Yeah.
He's kind of washed at this point, dude.
Yeah. Like he'll have some solid games, right? Where he'll lock down, you know, maybe a couple.
Bears will sign him. Bears will sign him. Bears will sign him.
He'll go to the Lions.
Bears will sign him. Bears will sign him.
Shit, the fucking Lions will sign him with.
Yeah.
Their fucking
Lions will
weekend.
sign him. Same old Lions.
All right.
Lions don't get no corners, man. Sutton, I warned them about Sutton.
Yeah, Sutton is ass.
Yeah.
I have a lot more Lions fans admitting to me Sutton's fucking ass. He got burned in that postseason.
Didn't they just say Mosley too? Just coming up with major, those injuries.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
Mosley.
didn't even play for them, I think, all season.
No,
Yeah.
he didn't.
Yeah.
It'd be a bench warmer.
Oh man, what's going on? But yeah, like the Bills, man, they're
Full
gonna,
fire sale.
yeah,
Yeah, but they're signing people
I
too.
don't think they're gonna be back, like anywhere near. They might.
It's so
make
weird. They're getting rid of
postseason.
everybody and they're signing guys too. I don't get it. They signed Trubisky. They signed their cornerback.
How you get rid of Tre'Davious White and then sign
That-
that quarterback? That makes no fucking sense.
That's exactly what I'm sitting there wondering.
Money.
I would have got
man.
rid of Josh Allen if anything. Shit, that dude ain't winning shit.
No, that's right.
Wasted
Oh, no.
money.
He
No.
was loved in Buffalo. There is no way in hell.
Of course he is.
Besides
That's where
him
they
running over
that's where
some
good
old
quarterbacks
lady.
go to choke.
No,
Ask Jim
no.
Kelly about it 4 times in
Ken.
a row. Choker.
Man, there would be a damn
Fucking
like
chokers.
literal Buffalo be on
Ask
fire.
Marv Levy. Choker.
Well, you
Fucking
think the
jokers.
Harbaugh coming in with the Chargers, then they'll do some, firing too. Then go.
Who was their running back? Who was their running back? Who was the Bills running back back then? What the fuck is his name?
Oh,
I can't think of his name. That's how
Neither
that's how
can I.
fucking
Who are you talking about?
the Buffalo Bills
Dom-
running back.
Hey, Dom
back-
just
Oh, it's,
came with that
James
ghost
Cook.
pepper cake, dude.
Who?
Like,
James
What
Cook.
was that, Joe?
no,
No,
the
I'm
one
saying
in the
back
Super
when
Bowl
they
run.
missed the 4 Super Bowls.
For the Super Bowl.
Thurman Thomas. Thurman
Yeah.
Thomas.
Name Thurman Thomas. Jeez, that's a bullshit
Thurman
name.
Big
Thomas.
choker. That guy choked big time, man. He was a great running back, but when he got in the big game,
Oh, he's a Kirk Cousin.
Hey,
Reggie Miller.
chokers, man. All of them chokers.
unfortunately, people could make that argument about Jones with him having his propensity to fumble in big games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Jones
could
has
be
fumbled
too,
a
bro.
lot.
I'm not. Look, bro. He didn't fumble all game till you mentioned him on the show, and then he fucking fumbles, man.
How many years in a row did he fumble in the
I'm
big
gonna
game
keep
that
that.
took me to mention it?
Bring it up. Ken had to
Bro,
bring it
he
up. He had to bring it up.
He fumbled against the Buccaneers. He fumbled against the Niners. He fumbled against.
Yeah, but he fumbled it backwards. I'm like, this could be bad. He almost fumbled it out of bounds. I mean, it was a horrible fumble.
Yeah. I've been fucking saying it.
I'm
That
like,
I don't
fucking
trust
Ken
him
jinxed
in
him.
these
Ken
big
fucking
ass
jinxed him,
games.
man. Fucking jinxed him.
Speaking of running backs, hey Joe, do you think Josh Jacobs is back?
if he's willing to,
Got the money?
if he's willing to be reasonable,
Nah.
like I don't know if he's willing to be reasonable or not. Like he feels he's worth a certain amount of money, and that amount of money is like somewhere between 10 and 14 million dollars. Like I think he's looking for something around 12,
Yeah.
and like for 3 years, and I don't think the Raiders are going to give him that.
No.
Like, and I don't think they should. Like, especially there's some pretty
No,
good
no,
running
no,
backs in
no,
the draft
no.
this year. Like, if it was me, like if he wants, 10, 12 million, I just go get Jonathan Brooks and say like, we'll just start,
Yeah.
or Blake Corum or something, and we'll just start fresh,
Well, if you get that Josh Jacobs, that one that like basically led the NFL, you know what I mean? What is that? That 2021 season or 22 season?
22.
22. There we go. If you get that Josh Jacobs, I think you gotta bring. You know what I mean?
But like he's coming off a career worst year. He sat out until pretty much the first game. Like he sat out all through training camp, held out, and then underachieved all season. If you look at his numbers, his metrics, like his yards after contact are going down. His broken tackle numbers are going down. Like,
Was it hurt?
But that's what happens when you get franchise tagged. That shows that the team don't really value you.
well,
You're
they
not learning to
tagged him
negotiate.
last year, so they're not going to tag him 2 years in a row because his tag. That's how they got it worked out. Is they tagged him last year and then they gave him some incentives. But this year, if they were to tag him, it would cost them like $16 million, and they're not going to do that.
And that's the bitch part about getting tagged and everything. Like, you don't think the players feel the type of way?
Oh, absolutely.
But
Yeah,
like, I mean, like, you don't value me. Look what I did last year, and you're not even gonna try to negotiate.
Yeah, but he had a bad year last year. That's the thing. And see, that's what happens when you hold out, man, and you don't show up for camp. You show up not game ready. I mean, that's the issue. Not many guys can pull that shit off, man. And he did not pull it off, and now it backfired. And now
it's like, so how does he look asking for 12 to 14 million a year coming off the season he had? The Raiders have all the leverage. They're going to be like, dude, like, you're just not worth that to us.
Yeah, Packers can go get him 1-2 punch with Jones. That'd be awesome.
No, if we're not paying Jones, if we're offering Jones $6 million, there's no fucking way we're going after Jacobs, man. I'm sorry. There's no fucking way. No way. Unless we're walking from Jones altogether. You guys want to trade Jacobs for Jones? Would you take Jones?
We'll give you Clifford.
We'll give you Clifford and we'll give you Jones.
but
We got a quarterback and a running back.
$2 million in incentives all around too.
We're giving him Clifford and Crosby.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with Crosby, our Crosby. That's right. I forgot that trade was proposed yesterday.
Yeah.
Crosby for Crosby.
Hey, I'd sign up for it. I'd re-sign Crosby just to do the trade.
just to do that. Fucking A.
Hey, but like,
We can change our kicker.
What I hope though. Oh, go
We'll
ahead.
swap brothers. We'll give them the.
Hey, what I gotta say though, like, I hope the Falcons' offense gets used properly this season. You know what I mean? There's no reason Drake London and Pitts shouldn't be the stars. You know what I mean? I'm next to Bijan, of course. You know what I mean? But
imagine being a Falcons fan. Well, Raiders. But 7 years is just fucking. It just.
You guys don't want Cousins, man? I think Cousins would be a great fit in Atlanta, man.
Yeah,
I
wouldn't want to sign a dude who's 36 with an Achilles tear.
I don't know. Minshew, when Josh said Minshew, I don't know.
$90 million.
Well, I could see if Minshew's available, I could see that because I mean Minshew could potentially be a starter. He's actually filled in quite nice where he has.
Look what he did with the Colts last year, but I ain't willing. It's not my money, but if I was Arthur Blank, I'm not trying to sign a damn. He just got finessed by who? And they had the dead cap a couple years ago, and where he finally just got out of it. Why would you want to do that again?
Yeah, like
I just don't understand the concept of. I want to be mean, motherfuckers being excited over a dude who just had an Achilles tear.
Well, I hate to do it, but
wide receivers and everything. You're a quarterback. You're going to be getting sacked and everything. You think?
There's no guarantee that he's not going to come back, though, bro. There's nothing.
I think the Falcons just give a first round pick to the Packers for Clifford. Clifford's a quality fucking quarterback that's been sitting behind one of the best.
Who we going to sit behind though? Ritter?
What? No, he's going to be your starter.
Yeah, he sat behind one of the best in Jordan.
Oh yeah.
Love.
It's just,
it's going to be a very hard sell, Dom.
How about it, Dom? Are you giving up that number 8 for Clifford?
Yeah.
If you add in like a
trade that number 8 for Clifford, holy
shit!
Cliff.
Terry did that. His ass would be.
See ya. Maybe the Falcons should throw in next year's first too, just to sweeten the pot.
There you go.
Well, we can throw Terry with that deal too. Then right away, Terry can go that way.
I know we're
joking
deal. But I honestly think Clifford would not.
Never a kicker too, if you want.
Hey, we got Young Hoku. He dirty.
Young Hoku.
I'm surprised by him though. He got cut by the Chargers and this started showing out. Like that's amazing to me.
Yeah, you just gotta hope it's not a Devondre Campbell situation where he only shows out for a year.
I know what you're saying, Ken. I believe me.
Hey, he's been a bum. Holy shit, this guy's outstanding, and he's starting to fall back to earth. Son of a bitch.
That season was a fluke. That's why.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, man. We got a new DC, man. Our whole team has got new life because of this.
Yeah, look what happened with the Falcons defense. We went up. We did really good this year compared to the last few years we did. Dean, like, I don't know why, like the Falcons like hiring old people. I don't get it.
I think it was bullshit, but I saw somewhere on Facebook a pic where Matt LaFleur saying 4-2, 4-3, 3-4, 5. I don't give a fuck. We gonna kick.
Oh, I saw that meme too, where he's got the fucking bandana.
Yeah, he's got a joint hanging out his nose.
The shades. Yes,
I was laughing so
I
hard,
would
man.
drop dead if he did that, like for a Halloween or something.
That'd be hilarious.
It'd be better than Kirk Cousins with the chain.
You don't like Kirko chains?
Bro, put your shirt on. Put your shirt on, Kirk.
He'd be having average games and shit, and they're like, "Oh, he's MVP. He's Offensive Player of the Year." Stop.
Watch, man.
He's
I don't think his Achilles is going to bother him, man. You guys could have signed him for 1 or 2 seasons. I mean,
for $90 million though, that's great. That's
Bro,
too much.
If he
no Tom Brady.
the playoffs,
You give me
he might not show up in the playoffs, but who knows? Maybe that's the team he needs to be on.
The one win he has in the playoffs is a damn miracle. The guy fucking pushed off and caught the ball. That's what people don't like to realize either.
Viking fans are still convinced they're going to sign him. Viking fans are convinced they're still going to sign Kirk.
Viking fans can go do something with themselves. They need a quarterback. They better you just signed that wide receiver.
They were in the back chat.
I think that was quite possibly the nicest insult I've ever heard.
Yeah, like I'm not meaning nothing, but like, Viking fans go take care of themselves because who the hell is going to throw Justin Jefferson the ball? I don't even know their second string.
They're not going to sign Jeff. They're going to lose Jefferson to somebody. Watch.
If they're morons, they're gonna. To me, I can't be signing him, especially since you got to have a new quarterback.
I wouldn't want to lose Hunter.
Why would Kirk want to go with? I know he doesn't know them, but he got the best wide receiver in the damn league consistently and all that. He got injured last year and still broke a 1,000-yard barrier.
Yeah, but he don't want to sign with nobody with no quarterback. And no quarterback future. That's what he's looking at. He wants to know he's got a future. And if the Vikings want him, they need to show him that he's got a future and then pay him.
Talk. Yeah. When he got the grills, Justin Jefferson was like, I forgot what he said.
He wouldn't be coming out talking openly if they would have just pulled him to the side and say, look, man, our future, we're going to get a quarterback. We want you here. Stop with all the noise. We're going to give you your money and but we need to, do something here,
The players need to stop chirping. They need to let the owners do all the work. Even though
that's how players do it these days with social media. That's how they talk.
Yeah, and that's what ruined it. Kind of, social media
done and Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. Jesus Christ! And
they don't know they got like less freedom than NBA, MLB, soccer, FIFA more so, and the players in this league don't know how to negotiate their contracts.
No,
and they need to be better at that. Their attorneys and all that need to be better because.
Did you guys see that article that Rodgers says he wants to play 4 years?
Damn.
Yeah.
4 more years. He wants to play 4 more years, bro. That's what his plan is.
Well, Rodgers is on a watch.
The quote I saw was 2 to 4, but yeah.
Well, then you better get back to Harry to fucking playing fight then.
I just was like, why are you even talking about that, bro? You couldn't even play 5 minutes in the fucking first game for the Jets. Let's get past the first game of the season before you talk about 4 years.
Right.
Holy
shit,
past
training camp. What you mean?
Hey, I got to give Rodgers props though. That speedy recovery. He recovered real.
Bro,
quick.
he did. No, 100%.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins went the same route as
Oh, Rodgers. I'm sure Kurt's like, hey, Rodgers, how did you do that?
Pretty much.
He's like, you gotta come take some ayahuasca and then I'll tell you. He's like, come with me, come chill with me in the dark for 4 days. How about that?
We'll talk about
Cousins is another one of those guys who didn't Cousins get COVID a couple times.
Yeah.
I think he did.
Because he didn't want to take the shot either. I mean,
nope.
I know he got at least once. I thought he had it maybe twice, but
how come he didn't get so much shit for that?
No, he got in shit for it. He lost his sponsorships too. It's just they didn't demonize him like they did with Rodgers.
Yeah.
Rodgers more expected it from Cousins and not from Rodgers because Rodgers being the smart guy in the room until that happened. Then it was, he's so egotistical. He thinks he knows better.
But that wasn't even it. Rodgers has an immunity deficiency or something where he couldn't take the shot.
Yeah.
So I mean, but he didn't tell nobody that. It's nobody's business. I mean, it's really nobody's business what your health conditions are. You know what I'm saying?
You know
When
what's
people want
funny?
to make it so, they want to make it so. And
You know what's funny about that is people are so outraged, and a lot of people hate the shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. I'm not gonna wear that mask. You can't force me to wear a mask. You know.
Yeah.
I never heard so many people's civil rights being violated before in my life when they were forced to wear a mask. Are you kidding me?
You go to a hospital in those days, they make you like, man.
Bro, you couldn't even go. People couldn't even say goodbye to their loved ones. That's how they treated them with COVID. You know, couldn't even say goodbye to their loved ones, man. They weren't allowed in the hospital to do that. It's just ridiculous.
It's crazy.
America.
You can't even have when your loved ones died. You couldn't even have a funeral.
That's right. Exactly. Exactly. It was so stupid, man.
My sister died during the COVID, and
I know a lot of people who had the same issues, man. I couldn't believe it.
Only one parent can come in when your wife, you know what I mean?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Only one relative can come in. Nobody else.
Yeah. That was terrible. That was a bad time for the country.
Like
for the world.
even if your baby was like, you know what I mean, stuck in the NICU unit, you know what I mean? Only one parent at that time can come in, not even the wife and father, you know what I mean? So
hey guys, what do you guys think about the same old Bears? They can't develop quarterbacks.
Oh man. This has got to be the last year for Fields. I mean,
it has to be, bro.
Dude, I would have kicked that dude to the curb last year. That dude's fucking horrible, man. The dude's man, come on, man. That dude, I won't even put on foot. No, he's out of my building, man.
I don't like
he's a cancer. He's a cancer, man.
Bro, out of 38 starts, 10-28 is a horrible record.
Tell you truth, Fields needs a change, and so does the Bears. They both need a change. You need to go their separate ways and start over.
There's probably something going under though. We all know that. They're all talking and all that. They're just trying to keep the media shush for now. You know something's probably gonna happen.
I mean, you guys, honestly, do you think they could turn it around? You think they could?
Yeah.
If they put players in there and Fields as is, do you think they could? If they go and got MHJ, let's say they got MHJ.
That I go 50-50 on that. But something's got to happen because you can't.
I haven't seen it. Until Fields can actually get 3,000 yard, 4,000 yard season. I mean, I don't see how
most of his good plays are off broken plays.
Yeah.
What does that fucking tell you?
Hey, let's start getting in our final thoughts because we're coming up on the time.
Yep, we
are. Ken has to run the ad, so Ken, I'll just let you take it around.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll start by going around the horn. Dom, why don't you give your final thought in?
Sun's gonna go down pretty soon, and it's gonna be big. Watch, the owners are talking. This is a good draft class, so something's gonna happen.
All right, Dorn.
He's right around the corner, man. Things gonna start popping. Can't wait. And like I said, best thing for fucking Bears. Let's move on with Fields, man. He's a bust.
All right, Rob.
Goody, if you're listening, they're coming up on one of the most important weeks of the year, man. It's coming up. Free agency's opening, cuts, everything. I trust in you, man. Let's go. Lead us to a Super Bowl. Go Pack, go.
All right, Isaac, and then I'll finish her off.
Let's do right by Aaron Jones. You know what I mean? The meet in the middle with the guy. I mean, if he wants a little bit more money than what our restructure is, give it to him. He's worth the money. Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to end mine with saying let's go out and get Cooper DeJean and pair him with his Iowa buddy so we can have them terrorizing offenses for the next 5 years.
I like it.
All right. Well, thanks, everyone, for joining us. And go Pack, go.
He has time. He's got him. Side touch is there. Leaping grab. Touchdown. Touchdown.
We're going to take the North and never give it back.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?